Well, welcome, fellow travelers. Your traveling buddy here, coming to you from Berrien Springs, Michigan. Berrien Springs. All right, keep calling Bernie. So we're out here. I'm here with Michigander man. He's back there filming a little bit. But we're here to check out this historical place right here that they got. It's like maybe like a little historical village. So let's check this out. Travel with me, will you? This is in Berrien Springs, where we were taught the Muhammad Ali house, and we come across this. It's like a historical village. There's an old cabin back there and stuff. See here. Now we're hoping it's open. With the COVID thing, we never know if it's going to be open or not. Let's see, what's it say? There's actually a marker here. Michigan legal milestone. Berrien Springs County Courthouse. Michigan's oldest county courthouse. Wow. That's the courthouse right here. It was constructed in 1835. Wow. That's cool. And right there's the courthouse. Is it open? Yeah. Awesome. Huh? It's free too? Hey, that's even better. Yeah, you know me, I like my free things. So, alright, that's cool. See right here, it says, there's a thing here, it says the heart of the country, the seat of the history. In 1839, county courthouse is the oldest of its kind in Michigan and one of the oldest in the Great Lakes region. Designed by Gilbert Avery, built by James Lewis. The impressive building served as the center of the county's justice system until 1894. The building also served as a de facto community center for Berrien Springs, and several religious groups such as the Shakers used the courthouse for their church services. That's cool. So here we go. See, and it says it's open. Home of Berrien Springs Courts, Counties Past, the History Center, Courthouse Square. That's cool. Let's go check this out. I'm sure you gotta wear your mask. All right, guys, we got permission.
So
film in here and actually go put a link down to what we give them a shout out. Their thing that they do.
So because
and she's going to give us a private tour the area they're working on right now.
We had to end up just kind of pulling everything else right
See right here.
Last October we began the process of painting and cleaning things out and whatever. So we should be done within the next couple weeks if we're lucky, maybe sooner. If I could get distracted by the actual operations of the organization. But the new version will actually talk about the history of Berrien County. The old version really didn't give you much of a feel of what Berrien County's history was, the identity of the county. This does now. So everything on the exterior are subject-based, so things that will pretty much cross anywhere, it can be found anywhere in the county. The Pokagon, the fur trade, farmland, we have maritime, resort history, recreation, transportation, business, religion, social groups.
Oh, you got it all.
We got it all. And these intersections
Everything.
of communities themselves, which were never featured in the original exhibit. We learned more about the Civil War than we did about our organization here. So a lot of what we're doing is, it was an ode to 70s design. So we have done quite a bit to lighten up the space. We ripped up the carpet and painted the floor. We're adding more light. We realized we do need more light, so you can see in some of my cases. I have some pendant lights, but we're now adding pendant lights in others. We have some LED lights in some of the cases that kind of create a little bit more ambiance, which means we don't have to have that many lights in the cases.
Is that custard?
No, that is Benjamin Purcell. Benjamin and Mary were the founders of the local group of the Israelite House of David, and they were a millennial religious commune. The millennials, which were several groups, several different religious groups, Christian groups, had believed that the end of the world was coming. So
Oh.
they were known religiously for their long hair. They did not cut their hair. They did not cut their beards for the men, and they were vegetarians as well. In fact, they established one of the first vegetarian restaurants in Western Michigan.
Wow.
But they were very business savvy. They had the amusement park. They had a logging camp. They had several farms, a greenhouse, the hotels, the spas, the
Wow.
music. They performed. They had numerous performers. And they eventually split. Benjamin Purcell was arrested on charges of underage sex with teenagers.
Ooh.
Really, the deep dive into the research shows it's likely that may not be entirely true. Even though celibacy was a huge part of their religion, it is entirely possible that he may have had sexual relations with some, but they may have been of age. But that's historical speculation. It's this. They never found anything. No matter how many times the FBI and the state of Michigan tried to, they could not find anything on him. He was declared innocent in a court of law, and then a few years later, he eventually passed.
Was he
away.
tried in here?
He was tried. Yeah, he was tried here in Southwest Michigan, I believe.
No, I mean in this courthouse.
No. This
Oh.
was not a courthouse by that.
Oh, okay.
The courthouse had the county seat. You'll learn when you go upstairs.
He looks a lot like Custard. You see where I see he kind of looks like Custard.
There's a lot of things he's been asked. So eventually Mary split the commune. She started Mary's City of David. There was one member still left of that, Ron Taylor, and he still keeps that that very big property going by himself with a little bit of help. And Israelite House of David is they still have 2 members left of the commune, but Ron is a follower. He still doesn't cut his hair. He doesn't do the whole beard thing. So, but they're wonderful people, and actually, if you go online to both groups, you can find information and even visit both locations. So.
Wow, that's cool.
Businesses and small businesses, as you can see, we're in the stage where we're starting to get all of the artifacts in. So a lot of the stuff that we put on display in the new exhibit have never been put on display before in any of our exhibits here at the museum. So we're very excited to get a significant portion of our functional collections out for people to actually enjoy and see. We are finding that we have a lot of gaps in our collection, so that is one of the things going forward we're going to be working on. Is filling in those gaps for underrepresented groups, women, people of color, certain faiths, like say the Jewish community that was here in Berrien County. We have a Muslim group here in the county. We have a very large Adventist group. We're having a very large Adventist, haven't been a former Adventist church. There's really not much in our collections. We don't have a whole lot on some areas, but a whole lot on others. So our goal forward is to correct it. And now that we're moving things out of the collections, we'll be able to fill in those gaps a little bit easier because we do have a limited amount of space for our collections at this time. And additionally, we've designed it so we can take things out and change it up. So if someone comes to me, in a year and gives me a significant collection of items from area businesses, we can take these things out, put them back in the collections, and put these new guys on display. So this is a very flexible, functional space that the old space wasn't, and far more engaging. We will have interactives. When we started doing this, we're still technically in the middle of COVID, but it has changed how we approach things. So we do have things that they're wooden or they're plastic and they're very easy to clean. Would not be a difficulty for us to go back and do a wipe through, but we wanted to have some interactives in here.
Is that the amusement park you were talking
So
about?
this is actually Silver Beach. It's where Silver Beach County Park is at. We are technically part of the Parks Department, so it's our sister organization.
Oh, wow.
That's not there anymore. It was torn down by the 1980s. But it is something that if you go into any Facebook group about local memories, they will still talk about Silver Beach Amusement Park.
We had one in Lansing, Michigan. I'm from Lansing, Michigan, and we had one in there that a lot of people don't know it exactly existed.
So our goal was to bring in a few items that, in terms of the pictures on the exterior, that were a little bit more nostalgic. The big picture here in Titans, that's Whirlpool, and one of the Whirlpool manufacturing plants. So, these are places people worked in, that they visited, or knew somebody who worked there. So we wanted to have something that was a little bit more nostalgic, and others like this one is much, much older. So you'd have a lesser chance of people being nostalgic of a few of the things, and they did not fix the HVAC like they should have.
All
But
right.
some of the interactive people can do is they can we'll have a fishing game in Duneland, which is our maritime exhibit. We'll have tic-tac-toe and transportation. We have this beautiful mural my curator painted. This is the lighthouse in St. Joe. And
That's beautiful.
You can have a selfie station. You can take a photo with it and a great backdrop.
Cool.
We are eventually going to take a nice high-quality picture of it and sell those
Poster.
as postcards or posters.
Yeah.
He kind of embarrasses him a little bit because he spent the entire time, I don't know if this is how it should be. I don't know if it's going to be fine, John. It's fine on our cases because they're so light, they see everything, but we're able to now really tell the story of Berrien County for people to enjoy and really kind of spend some time in this space. There were people, you get people who will read every little single thing, every little single thing that's in the exhibits. But now we'll have new interpretation, we'll have more engagement, and then, like I said, the interactive will keep people here, and it'll be great for all ages. So some of the other interactives we have are these guys. These are this is marker wallpaper, and hi, John. This is John, my curator.
Is that the painter right there?
That's my painter.
Hey, excellent job, man. Excellent job.
For us to have people interact in new ways. So this one will have random questions like, what's the name of the street you grew up in? Or what's the most ridiculous street name you ever heard? Or your favorite city name? Or whatever. Just fun little things to get people engaged.
Right.
And then this one's our call from the vault. So we have a lot of items in our collections that we don't know what the heck they are. And that's not an uncommon thing, especially in small institutions where you may have limited availability of folks and knowledge, and there's not very good records were kept in the early years. So what we'll do is if there are things that we don't know what they are, we'll stick in here, and then we'll have people give us suggestions here. Sorry, baby, you missed them. So people can give us suggestions on what they think it might be.
And this is your little mascot one?
Yeah, this is Nessie. She's my daughter.
Nessie?
She's our director of moral support and our lead guest reader.
She got all excited when we came in. She was like, "Oh, the company!"
Oh, that's okay. She was standing in the window barking, and I was like. Anyway, so we'll be able to crowdsource some suggestions of what items are in collections to help us ID some of these things, and then or things that we have questions about. Maybe we know what it is, but there may be things that we don't understand what they're talking about. Maybe a foreign language, or it's referencing a business we've never heard of. But if we have things that we do know what they are, we may ask people to share their memories with that. So say we put beauty products in here. Oh my gosh, I remember my mom putting on that makeup. I remember shopping at that store.
Right.
So the idea is to kind of start crowdsourcing some unique oral histories, and we'll write these things down, put them in our collections, and go from there and help us kind of extend our things. So this is actually the second of three phases that we have here in the courthouse itself for renovation. The first one was the exhibits that you'll see in the upper level and in here, in the gift shop, in the stairwell, and all of that. But we are very much a active, open courthouse, and we don't have court cases in here, but the court system has shown interest in bringing court cases back here and have actual trials.
Really?
Wow.
Mostly they're looking at probably small claims or similar small cases that don't require a whole lot of personnel. So then the bailiff would probably be best, and the stenographer and things like that. So the court reporter. So it is something they have talked about, and then it kind of got put on the back burner because of COVID, but we're hoping by next year that we can.
Is there any big historical court things that ever happened in here?
Not really. Everything's pretty much local. The building was built in 1839. It was designed by Gilbert Avery and built by a local builder. All that information is upstairs, so we won't go too much into it. And it served as a courthouse for the county from 1839 until 1894. And you can find out upstairs exactly why it's no longer considered a courthouse. And some of the funny quotations we have from that whole incident. This served as also a church for the Christian Brethren and the Shakers back in the 1800s. There was a Shaker.
Yeah, I read that outside, yep.
Yep, there was a Shaker community here. It's also served as a playhouse, much to the chagrin of the commissioners who continuously chastise the residents of Berrien Springs to please stop having these like comedic shows in a very serious place of community business.
Right.
They were but they still kept doing it. And it served kind of as a meeting house for Berrien Springs and some of those surrounding communities, the townships. And then as far as we know, there was no major court case that was held here. It just served as the county seat for until 1894. The first court case was actually oversaw by Epaphroditus Ransom, who would go on to be a governor in the state of Michigan. So that is pretty cool. But most of that information is upstairs, and you can explore a little bit more with more details. So
see right here some other pictures. These families probably from here. Look at that baby's face. He's like, what the heck is going on? Here, a bunch of people sitting in a dirt pile. Wonder what that's about. Actually, a bunch of women. That's all women. Oh, except for a couple boys right there. But most of those are women. Let's see what's on the other side here. There's the beach. Look at the outfits they used to have to wear. That's the men's bathing suit. Could you imagine wearing that today? Here we go. This looks like the school. Picture of the school. Oh my God. Look at that girl's face right there. She does not look happy. She's got a look on her face, and neither is she. My God. They tortured. Oh my God, look at this kid. Some of these kids were not happy. Look at them.
Clothes they wore, though. Like,
all right. Look at here. This is, looks like pieces of the original courthouse after the clock tower was removed. Oh. There's the courthouse. That's the courthouse in St. Joseph. Right there. There's a piece here. That's probably from the tower, possibly. Oh, here's the pillar. Look at. That's the actual pillar. Wow. And that's from the clock tower. For clock. Got a bunch of pictures here. The whole area. Dedication rights for courthouse. Oh. Well, here comes Nellie. She can come to give me a tour, are we, Nellie? Oh, look at that. That's our symbol. Look at that. That's beautiful. It's a wood carving. Look at that. That is beautiful. It says here, the medallion was hung inside the courthouse of the 1896 county courthouse, made of oak. It was originally located behind the judge's desk. Wow. That is cool. Okay, here we go. We're going upstairs. Going up to the courthouse. Or the courtroom. Here's a picture here. Han Judge, Chester J. Bryans. Jury box. That's a jury box. How many cases were decided in that? There's a key. It must be the symbol. Courthouse symbol. Oh, the gavel. There's your gavel. Presented by the Berrien County Historical Museum of Andrew University. Wow. Right here you can see inside this original stairway. Oh, look at the numbers in there. There's numbers in there. That's cool. There's no sign that says what those mean. That's the original wall. Here we are. It says an 1839 courthouse story. Tells the whole story of this courthouse. And here we are in the court. Order in the court. Now obviously these aren't the original chairs. Those could be the original pews. Right there.
Court is now in session. Judge Robert.
Oh Lord. Are you serious? You want to get my judgment in his hands? Would you trust that face? Would you trust that face?
I'm behind the mask.
Look at this original desk. Look at that. How many court cases? Oh, look, somebody's actually. No, actually, that's just rings. Somebody stabbed. Look at right here. Almost looks like somebody took a knife
Proceeding.
and was jamming it in here.
This is the court case of the mysterious dog.
Oh Lord.
And obviously it's 2021. There's no, jury here because of COVID.
Yep, no jury. So I'm innocent.
So he is innocent.
I'm innocent. No jury, and I'm innocent.
He's innocent.
There's the stove. Look at the wood burning stove. Look at that. Some old pictures of the courthouse. Wow, this is so cool. It must be somewhat still decorated for Christmas. Oh, right here. Here's the witness box, or what do you call it, the witness box?
Yeah.
Right here. Look at that. Yep. You can sit right there. He talks to you.
Box where the witnesses would sit. The judge.
Take it. You raise your right hand.
I'm innocent. I'm a little angel.
No matter what our bratty sister says, he's an angel.
Right here's the judge's desk. And there's the gavel. Now there's 3 seats up here. Never seen a 3 seats. Well, I guess back then they had more than one judge. And there's the gavels. Order in the court. Don't make me put you in contempt.
No, we don't have a bratty sister. He's found guilty right away.
You're out of order. You're out of order. This whole courtroom's out of order. Here's where the jury sits. This is the jury seats. Yep. And they're talking about actually having actual cases in here again.
Yeah.
I wonder if seats up there. There's seats up there, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, it goes up to
The bell tower.
bell tower. Oh, how do you get up there?
I don't think you can. But it looks like there's some pews up there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, they're talking about actually having actual cases in here, not major cases, but, like small claims court. It's kind of interesting in an old courthouse. We can't go upstairs. They got a thing there. No museum visitors beyond this point. Thank you. This is pretty cool. Oh, I just noticed that up there. They must have just found that underneath all that paint. Circuit court.
They're using it just as storage.
See that? Where they chipped the paint away? It says circuit court.
Oh, yeah.
Realized too, they got the old style flag up there. The star flag.
Wow.
Wow, that is so cool. Table here. Wonder what this table was used for. Was that for the jury, or could have been for the jury? Sit down and decide. It's an old table.
I wouldn't want to lift it.
It could have been for the jury to sit around. And there's the original judge. Huh. It's out, this is the balcony. Can't go out there, but that's the balcony that looks out. Right there. You can't go out there, but there's the doors. Well, these floors really creak.
Original floor.
Yeah, original floors.
Look at the old cash register.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. Sitting right next to me. An old cash register. Rob, you trying to rob this place or something? You'll end up there in court. You'll be tried right in there. The gift shop. They said most of the stuff costs $1. You can buy. Look at the jewelry you can buy. Little history books. A book about here, Berrien Springs. 3 Oaks. This Christmas tree.
The ornaments are for sale.
The ornaments are for sale too? Oh yeah, look at that. You can get a Michigan ornament. You might be from Michigan if you bake with soda and drink pop. That's cool. I like that. You know how to play euchre. You have frostbite and snow burn in the same week. Yep, I can understand that one. Use your hand to identify your hometown. Yep. Driving coast to coast means from Port Huron to Muskegon. You go up north for the weekend. That describes me to the T. You can get your little duckies here. Look at the mermaid duck. Sailor duck. Oh look, Abraham Lincoln. There's Abraham Lincoln. Oh, they must have had this for St. Patrick's Day. There's a little squishy shamrock. Oh look, they got a rubber ducky shamrock. Oh, there's George Washington. They got George Washington. Oh look, look, see Rob, I can arrest you now, see?
Oh.
Look Rob, I'm a sheriff. Look Rob, I'm a sheriff. You're under arrest. Look guys, I'm a sheriff.
Sheriff Buddy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, they got a postcard about a book about Muhammad Ali, which we just visited where his home was. These are must be locals. Oh, Thomas Alva Edison. I've been to his area. Centenary Truth. Oh yeah. All these history books. There you go. There you go. Got the coonskin hat. Look at that. So we're gonna, in a couple of months, we're gonna be where Davy Crockett passed away.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Is it me?
Thank you.